I was a really happy baby, and I loved learning, especially reading. Started reading when I was 2, using computers when I was 3, and in 2nd grade, my teacher called my mom to tell her that I could type faster than she could, and this all went to my head because when I introduced myself, I would say, "Hi, I'm Hufsa, and I'm gifted." Unfortunately, when I moved to a new school, I was bullied. People were really mean to me. In 6th grade, I found the slam book where I was voted dumbest and ugliest girl in school. And I went home crying, and I thought, I want to die. And at the age of 10, I attempted suicide. That was number 1. I also excelled academically, and I moved on to an engineering college in Claremont, California, known as Harvey Mudd College. Now, Harvey Mudd is where I found my people. I was in love with the school, the learning environment, and everything else. Oftentimes during college is when mental illness comes out, and that's what happened to me. Started to get really depressed. Then I would have mood swings and become manic. I had some psychosis, and I developed a delusion that I didn't have any friends. Literally, I would cry about it for hours, and my friends would surround me saying, "No, we're your friends, we're your friends." But the delusion was so pervasive, I just couldn't see past it. They diagnosed me with a mental illness that eventually became schizoaffective disorder, which is a mood disorder with psychotic components. And there's something called stigma, which means the shame associated with mental illness. And I said, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to take medication. But things got worse. One night, I was on the 3rd floor balcony of a dorm when I heard something say to me, "Hufsa, climb from one balcony to the other balcony." Over and over again. And I was crying because I didn't want to. But I was sitting on the ledge with one leg over when my friend came out and stopped me. All of this was just terrifying. I watched my life fall apart. And at the end of my freshman year, again, I attempted suicide. The next day, I had to talk to the resident advisor, Jason, and I told him, yes, I do want to die. And in that moment, I never felt so ashamed in my entire life. But you know what he did? He looked me in the eye, and he said, "Hufsa, you are destined for greatness." In my absolute lowest moment, which it meant so much. I dropped out of college, got on medication, went to therapy, and picked up my beautiful bass guitar. And I returned, became student body president, and graduated from Harvey Mudd College. And I told you about 4 things. And those 4 things were the lowest points in my life, which I call relapses. Because whether it was the first time I fell or if I got better and I fell back, it had the same effect. That yes, I suffered greatly, but I gained something from every relapse. 1, empathy. What is it like to live with mental illness? 2, I saw how much my friends cared about me, something I was so delusional I couldn't see on my own. 3, I witnessed what the illness took away from me, but I also saw what I could gain from it. And 4, that relapse is part of recovery. Because my relapses, my struggles have made me the person I am today. If I did not struggle, I would not have found my passion. To serve as a mental health advocate and smash the stigma of mental illness. And you know what? I'm a strong social worker that has worked in mental health and addiction for 6 years. I've won 2 awards for my advocacy. I've raised $20,000 for NAMI. I'm on the board for the Dale McIntosh Center for the Disabled as the only person with a mental health condition, and I'm vice president. And I have too struggled with alcohol abuse, and I'm happy to say that I have 6 years sober. So if you're out there right now and you're struggling, if you're relapsing, I don't care how bad it is or what it looks like. I'm telling you right now, you can get better.